Hi, you guys. This is Meg Rock. So I have a private Facebook page for my business partners, and I coached on this very thing yesterday, and I was asked to make a public video so that this could be shared and help other people. So I want to talk to you today about freedom, about finding your freedom. Your mindset is either imprisoning you or it's freeing you. So we're going to discuss some things today that I want you to self-reflect, and I want you to decide, are you living with a poor mindset or a rich mindset? And listen, this isn't necessarily talking about income, but at the end of the day, it probably equates to income. So let's talk about this. All right, so if you're a rich mindset person, listen, it's not because we're lucky, all right? I have grown myself as a person to understand how to think with a rich mentality, all right? And we're going to discuss exactly what that is. And it's not always because we're educated. Listen, the self-growth and personal development that I have had over the past 6.5 years of my business as an entrepreneur, I've learned, all right? I didn't go to school for any of this. I have been self-taught. I have followed the people who have been successful, who have gone before me, and I have invested in myself to grow me as a person and to make sure that my mindset is one of a rich mentality, right? Like attracts like, and wealthy, successful, rich-minded people, they understand this, and that's something that they have acquired in their life to help them achieve their dreams, all right? And it's not necessarily always how hard we work. Do we work hard to be successful? Absolutely. But listen, it's a mindset, all right? It is catching yourself when you're being negative, knowing the difference between the right way to think and the wrong way to think, and training your brain to be the best it can be so that you can be the best you can be. All right, listen, so rich people have a different way of thinking than the poor or the middle class. All right, so we're going to talk about the ways that are different between a rich-minded person and a poor-minded person. Rich people believe, I create my life. Poor people believe, life happens to me. Rich people play the money game to win. Poor people play the money game not to lose. Wow, think about that mindset. Rich people are committed to being rich. Poor people want to be rich, right? Rich people think big. Poor people think small. Let's see. Rich people admire other rich, successful people. They want to learn from them. Poor people associate with negative or unsuccessful people. Rich people are willing to promote themselves and their value. Poor people think negatively about selling and promotion, and they see themselves of little value. Makes me really sad, but it's the truth. Rich people are bigger than their problems. Poor people are smaller than their problems. Rich people are excellent receivers. Poor people are poor receivers. So what does that mean? It means that the rich mentality is always ready to receive advice, to learn new things. The poor mentality is not. They do not take advice well. They know everything. They've got it all figured out, and they're shut off to what you have to offer or to what you have to say. Rich people choose to get paid on results. Poor people choose to get paid based on time. All right, let's dive into this a little bit. Rich people choose to get paid based on results. All right, the CEO, the entrepreneurial mindset person, is looking to be paid over time. They know while they are building their business, there are going to be obstacles, but that's not stopping them. Their ultimate goal isn't their next paycheck. It may not be their next 10 paychecks. It's what their income is going to afford them, what their business is going to be like 5 years from now, 10 years from now. They're long-term thinkers. They're not hustling for necessarily that next paycheck. All right, people come into my business and they're just hustling that next paycheck. There's nothing wrong with that. But to be a CEO and an entrepreneur and a rich-minded person, you have to know that whatever you're doing, you are going to give it your all so that it will pay you off over time in the long term, all right? A rich-minded person isn't necessarily thinking about right now. They're thinking about what's going to come eventually from the hard work that they're investing in their business right now, all right? Rich people think both. Poor people think either or. Rich people focus on their net worth. Poor people focus on their working income, all right? Rich people manage their money well. Poor people mismanage their money well. Rich people have their money work for them. Poor people work hard for their money, okay? One of the hardest things it is to teach people in my business is to think big, all right? The rich-minded person is looking to have their money work hard for them, all right? That's thinking outside of the box. The business that I'm in is created. The power of the business is leverage. I could do all the work by myself. Listen, have I worked hard for my personal business? Absolutely. But it's the power of leverage that is so powerful in my business. It's bringing other entrepreneurs in, showing them how to achieve their goals and their dreams, which in turn blesses my business, all right? It's no different than if I created some fabulous restaurant store and I wanted to franchise it. Is it small-minded to think, let me just do this all by myself? Yeah. What's the best way to leverage it? To sell franchises, right? To sell franchises, to make a big lump sum for someone buying into your franchise, and then to turn around and make a franchise fee every month, every year, however the company would be set up. That's what a rich-minded, wealthy-minded person does. They understand the power of leverage and taking what they have done and spreading it out so that other people can grow and be blessed by it, but then in turn blesses their business, all right? That's the difference between a poor-minded person and a rich-minded person. It's not all about me. It's how I can help other people, which in turn can help me. Rich people act in spite of fear. In spite of fear, poor people let fear stop them. You guys, I see this every single day. So many people make decisions based off of fear, and it crushes their dreams, it crushes their self-worth. If there's been anything that I have seen in my business, is that the lack of confidence and self-worth in people is just astounding. When you confront obstacles in your life in general, you will either paralyze or propel. And the number of people that paralyze is just absolutely crazy. When I encounter problems, issues, I propel, all right? I want you to think about that. The biggest thing I'm going to leave with you today, rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they already know. Wow. Wealthy people are investing in their mind and their mindset. They are working to be the best person they can be, to be positive, to be grateful, to persevere, to not live in fear, to think long-term and not just think about tomorrow, all right? To have a vision and a plan that's far bigger than anything the poor-minded person can think of. So I want you to take the time today, be so grateful for your freedom. We just celebrated the 4th of July, to have the opportunity to build your own business, to be an entrepreneur, to live the life of your dreams. You can. It is totally up to you. And at the end of the day, it's all what you invest in your mind, training your mind, catching your mind, learning and living the right ways to think so that you can attract abundance, so that you can be the greatest that you want to be. I mean, God says we're created for greatness. Y'all, the biggest problem in the world is people don't believe that. People don't value themselves. They do not see themselves they don't see their self-worth, and they live poor-minded, okay? Why do you think such a small percentage of the world makes all the money? Because they figured this out. They have wrapped their heads around it. Successful people never stop learning, okay? I am trying to ingrain it in my 11-year-old's head when he says, Mama, I already know. Mama, I already know. I already know that. He thinks he knows everything. I say, buddy, you're going to be learning until you're 99 years old. And the successful people in this world have figured that out. They don't know everything. They're the first to admit that, and they are ready to keep learning, investing in themselves, and becoming the best human being person that they can be so that they can share their wealth, their knowledge, their inspiration, their hope with the world. So remember, are you thinking in ways that are freeing you or ways that are imprisoning you? Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Thanks. Bye.